Yeah, I mean,
What's it like being an old man?
I'm conscious of the fact that I am much older now than I was when Looking for Alaska was published, but I was also old then. I remember one of my first book readings, because I still thought of myself as young. I was 27, I guess, and I still imagined myself as young. Might have been 28. But I remember one of my first book readings, I was talking to teenagers, and I was trying to talk to them like I was one of them, like I was, it slowly became clear to me that, like, to them, all adults are old. You know, it's just like different kinds of old. But, and I think this is true when I was a teenager too. Like, I imagined that, like, lots of interesting things were happening to me, and then some interesting things would happen to me in college, and then my life would sort of end in terms of being interesting, and then I would just ride it out until death. I was completely uninterested in adulthood as a teenager. I remember that. I don't know that I'll write a book for adults. I mean, I'm not really interested in. I really love writing about teenagers. I really love publishing the way that I get to publish. Like I love my publishers. I love my editor. You know, in that sense, it would be difficult for me to imagine publishing for adults because I love being part of the young adult writer community. I do think about adults when I write though, especially in the last like 5 years. I think it's when I had a son. I realized that parents, I always sort of put parents way to the edge. You know, in Paper Towns and the Paper Towns movie, parents are way to the edge and it just focuses on the teenagers' relationships with each other, which I think are, in most teenagers' lives, the most important relationships they have. But when I had a son, I realized that adults are interesting, and parents are interesting, and nobody, So now I do think more about my adult characters, and especially about parents than I used to. I'm much more sympathetic to parents as well in my writing. I find myself being like, oh, you know, this teenager is really not being fair to these parents. So I have to banish a little bit of that from my thinking. But yeah, I do think more about adults. And I feel very grateful to have so many adult readers. I mean, for me at least, like the best young adult novels, my favorite young adult novels, I don't, you know, I enjoy them now. I don't have to be 16 to enjoy them. Maybe they would be special to me when I was 16 in a way that they aren't now, but I still really love reading them.